specialty. And so far, he's doing a pretty good job of moving the ball. San Marcos on the other side, their offense, once again, what I expected, rushing. Just rushing, and chewing up plenty of yardage. Unfortunately, they're not able to finish off their series.
RJ is 2 of 3 after the first quarter for 20 yards. Dons really didn't have the ball much. Just 7 plays from scrimmage in that first quarter. San Marcos getting good balanced running from Miller and Clark, each with 7 carries in the quarter. Kyle for 39 yards and Clark 45 yards on his 7 carries. Laguna with a loss of 2 as we open the second quarter, 2nd and 12. Pass is caught at the 25-yard line. That is Jake Wilhite who makes the grab. And the senior wideout will get the ball out to the 28-yard line. So a pickup of 5 yards on the play. And we'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll call it 7 for the Dons. Shotgun for Roseboro. Here comes the rush from the backside. RJ will get tripped up, and he is sacked. That's Trevor Garcia, who made the sack on the play, the junior tight end. Changed his number before the game, and now we know why. He was flying from the backside.
And here we see RJ rolling out to his right, looking downfield, trying to find somebody open. Unfortunately, not able to find anybody. He's brought down from behind for a loss.
Loss of 4 on the play. And Santa Barbara will have to kick it away. Chase Chandler, the punter for the Dons, runs up to kick it away at about the 12-yard line. Taken by Gibson at his 48. And Trevor will take it into Dons territory after a 5-yard punt return. You see Trevor Gibson right there, and he's wearing number 3 tonight instead of number 81 in honor of Marcus Arredondo. He was the youngster, the driver of a car that was involved in a head-on collision involving a wrong-way driver last Saturday night, Jeff. And we'll talk about it here after this play. Clark from the 47 breaks into the clear and is tackled at about the 34-yard line. Cody picks up 13 and could have had more if not for a nice tackle by Beto Lopez.
Yeah, Beto definitely saved a touchdown there. Let's take a look at the replay here. You see Clark initially started up the middle, cut to his right, brought down from behind by Beto Lopez, but not until he was able to get a first down.
Clark again here after a 13-yard pickup, just moving the pile. Look at him go. Legs churning, and Cody, like a thoroughbred, pulling Dons with him down to the 19-yard line. Talk about power running. Cody Clark doing it right there as he rips off 15 more.
Gain of 15 by Clark, but not without the help of his O-line, who was right in front of him. He had 2 or 3 blockers just pushing all the way down the field.
It's only 5'9", 160, but has powerful legs and a low center of gravity. He'll get the call again on 1st and 10 from the 19. Marker is out right at the start of the run. And this is going to be a face mask call against the Dons. So it will be a half the distance from the end of the run.
You see
5
Coach
yards. So Clark will pick up 4. Dons penalized 5 yards on their 3rd penalty of the ball game. And the Royals sitting pretty here. First down. Or are they going to say 2nd and short? Now they'll have a first down as Crook hands off to Dylan Kiefer. And the fullback, the senior, Kiefer, 5'8", 160, picks up a first down to the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal, Royals. 9.5 minutes to play, first half from Valley Stadium. Crook hands to Kiefer, and he is stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Big charge there, Roseboro and friends, as you look at RJ. There's a guy pulling out some grass from his face mask. Couldn't say that last week, could we, at the field turf at City College?
A little tough to pull grass off when you're playing on turf.
So Kiefer, no gain on the play. 2nd and goal for the Royals, trying to draw first blood in this one, and it will be Kyle Miller. Gets down to the 1 and into the end zone for a touchdown. San Marcos. And the Royals fans on the near side erupt the first loud cheer of the night as the hosts jump out in front.
And here you see the replay. Crook handing it off to Miller. Nice block up front. Able to keep those legs moving and just got across the goal line. Good block by Hernandez there, and excellent job by Miller.
Kyle Miller with his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Extra point by Eric Gutierrez is up, and it is good. Miller right there getting accolades from his teammates as the Royals, looking for their 3rd win of the year, have jumped out in front here in the 50th big game by a score of 7-0.
Quite a few of the Royals sporting the mohawk tonight, John. Must have did a little team bonding, get the head shaved.
Royals had those Mohawks going for the Dos Pueblos game, and it paid off in a 14-7 win. And if they win tonight, Jeff, it would be their 15th city championship, which leads all local schools. You look at Kyle Miller there. Award-winning high school football on Cox 8, brought to you by our title sponsor, Montecito Bank and Trust, a trusted financial partner to businesses of all sizes. We were talking, Jeff, about the festivities before the game, though. Marcus Arredondo died in a car accident on Saturday night. He was driving the vehicle. A wrong-way driver ran into them on Highway 101. His 58-year-old passenger in the front seat, Macrina Ocampo, was killed as well. And Marcos's 2 sisters, who are both in the back seat, ages 15 and 16, are both in intensive care in the hospital right now. It was a tragic accident.
Sad.
And they were honoring Marcus and his memory before the ball game. Trevor Gibson, the reason we bring him up is that Marcus's uniform number last year as a wide receiver for the Royals was number 81. That's Gibson's number, and he said, hey, I'm going to switch tonight so we can honor Marcus, and that's why Trevor's wearing number 3. But just a sad situation all around. Coach Jeff Hesselmeyer in the papers said that Marcus was a teacher's assistant in his class for many years, said he was a bright kid, a witty kid. He said he was a kid that you would want to be your son for all parents, and it's just such a tragedy.
Well, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Arredondos and the Ocampo family. It's such a tragic story.
Absolutely. It just really stamps the fragility of life.
Yes.
You know, tell everyone to live your life to the fullest. Live each day. That's why they call it life. It's for living.
That's
and,
right.
It can be taken away in a heartbeat. So it's just such a tragedy.
Let's take a look at the replay here. See coming up the middle right at you, a couple of San Marcos players there, able to gang tackle him, but not until after an 8-yard gain. Excellent run.
So an 8-yard pickup for the Dons at the 8-minute mark, out to the 33-yard line. And Roseboro, 2nd and 2, is going to throw a little dump off near the 35-yard line. Pass was caught over the 40 by Jake Wilhite. You see Jake right there, the senior, 6 foot, 160-pounder. As he takes it out to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 8, and another Santa Barbara first down. So the Dons getting a rare first down here in this opening half. We'll see if they can move the chains and try to tie this game up. As Roseboro had some time for a moment, now he is swarmed in a sea of red and will be dropped all the way near the 20-yard line. They'll give him a progress mark at the 31, but a solid play by the Royals D.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. You see RJ backpedaling, trying to find somebody open downfield, and you see Benny Kirkwood and company coming right at him, and RJ unable to escape the grasp of Mr. Kirkwood, and nice sack by Benny Kirkwood, number 85.
You saw early in the play where Roseboro for a moment had a chance to throw, but his receivers were all covered. So great job by the Royals secondary, and as you said, Jeff, it was Kirkwood doing the honors back to the 31. So a loss of 10 on the play. Roseboro trying to set up a screen, and that one thwarted. One of the Royals invading in the backfield, Taylor Gonzalez, who was loitering in the area, and Roseboro just dumped it off, incomplete.
San Marcos getting an excellent penetration up the middle again by their defensive line. RJ having to backpedal. They were setting up for the screen. Unfortunately, there was nobody there to catch the ball, and San Marcos able to stop him.
And it looks like an immediate concern for the Dons right now, doesn't it? This offensive line of Santa Barbara trying to handle this Royal pressure that has been coming 3 and 4 men strong. It'll be a 3-man rush here on 3rd and 20, and that gives Roseboro time to fire and complete the pass to his tight end, Brian Perez, who will take the ball to the Royal 45, a first down pickup of 25 yards on 3rd and 20.
Excellent throw by RJ right there, and Perez able to come down with the ball. Let's take a look. Here you see Roseboro throwing the ball down. Perez coming up with it and taking a nice little pop by Victor Mendez there, but unfortunately for San Marcos, it's first down for Santa Barbara.
That shook the Royals up. They're going to call a timeout, in fact, to try to get things together. Brian Perez, the third leading Dons receiver. High school football on Cox 8, brought to you by Tim Taylor of Prospect Mortgage. Log on to timtaylorloans.com. So the Royals strike big. Also brought to you in part by New Image Ad Group. Marketing solutions for your business, located in the Zoto Shopping Center. New Image Ad Group. So 25 yards picked up. Beautiful throw by Roseboro. As we said, coming in with 944 yards. And that pass, Jeff, in fact, put him over the 1,000-yard mark for the year. He's got 1,002 yards at this moment. He's scrambling for his life here, trying to find his receiver on a back route. And sliding was Kenny Foster. Safe at third, perhaps, but unable to come up with the catch. Good effort, though, by the Dons wideout. Real good player, good skills. Like watching Kenny play. He's only 5'9", but as they say in basketball, you know about that. Playing with the heart of a 7-footer, I think is the phrase. Kenny plays much bigger for the Dons. Incomplete, stops the action with 6:11 to go. 2nd and 10. Dons looking for a tying score, and Roseboro says, why not? I've hit Perez a couple of times. Let's go back to him. And Brian, with a sure-handed catch at the 34-yard line, should have a first down.
A little deja vu here. Finds his receiver wide open over the middle, and once again takes a nice little pop by Victor Mendez, but not until he's able to get the first down.
So Perez with 2 catches on this drive, 35 yards in total, and the Dons looking good at the Royals 34, looking for the equalizing score here, trailing 7-0. 4 receivers in the pattern, 3 to the far side. Roseboro from the shotgun finds Foster on a flaker in, and Kenny at the 20. 15, 10, 5, he is gone! Touchdown, Santa Barbara! We talked about his skills a moment ago, and Kenny showing you right there as he dazzles the Dons faithful on the far side.
Let's take a look at the replay. Roseboro finding Kenny Foster, cutting across the middle, able to shake the defender, and nothing but green grass ahead of him. A little dance into the end zone and back to the sideline to celebrate with his teammates and coaches.
Kenny Foster, 34-yard touchdown, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year, and the 4th touchdown pass thrown by R.J. Roseboro. And we are just a Chase Chandler extra point away from being tied at 7 apiece. Chandler, who has missed only one extra point this year, won't have a chance just yet, as Arroyo trying to go around the corner and block the kick. May have jumped too soon, but we'll wait for the officials' indication. Well, I was right, Jeff. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn now and then. I got one right.
You got it, John.
Offside, San Marcos. Won't really have any effect. They'll move the ball probably about 1.5 feet and try the kick again here. And now we'll have a timeout taken by Santa Barbara. Maybe they'll think about going for 2.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, high school football on award-winning Cox 8, brought to you by Cox Business, the most trusted provider for Santa Barbara businesses for internet, phone, and television services. Cox Business. Just a reminder, also high school football on Cox 8, brought to you by our title sponsor, Montecito Bank and Trust, delivering flexible financial solutions for over 34 years. So Santa Barbara uses 2 timeouts, one here that will move the ball half the distance. On the penalty, they'll move it down to the 1-yard line, Jeff. So we'll see if Santa Barbara burning this timeout might give us a clue if they're going to try a 2-point conversion here or not.
Looks like they are. It looks like RJ's coming back out. Going to go for it.
So they are going to go for 2, trailing 7-6. Interesting here from Jaime Melgoza. Don's going for an early lead. The pass by Roseboro, and he throws it out of the side of the end zone. Foster was the intended target, but he was sealed off. Derek Dahlmeyer and Victor Mendez, a great job in the secondary. You see Dahlmeyer there, who leads the Royals with 3 interceptions, blanketed Foster on that attempt.
Yeah, no chance there for Santa Barbara. They were well covered in the end zone, and RJ had to throw it out of the end zone. Unfortunately, too wide.
So the 2-point conversion fails, and the Royals maintain a 1-point lead. Interesting strategy, or is it a good thing when the ball was moved from the 3 to the 1?
With a rivalry like this, a point could be a big thing, so it could come back to haunt them later on in the game, especially in a game like this where so far points are pretty scarce. So we'll see.
I wasn't surprised they went for it, moving from the 3 to the 1. I was a bit surprised that they perhaps didn't use Roseboro on a sneak,
right?
Being a 6-footer plus. But,
good point.
They
good
opted
point.
for the pass, and it didn't work out.
With his size and agility, maybe give him a chance to run it up the middle.
Yep. Not a long way to go in this one. 5:31 to play. Royals maintaining the lead after the failed 2-point conversion try. Chase Chandler will kick it off from his 40. Sends a nice high kick to the 5-yard line, where it's taken by John Kim of San Marcos to the 25, and Kim gets a wake-up call at the 30-yard line. Ding dong, Pablo Velasquez just unloaded on Kim at the 30-yard line. Take a look at this punishing hit.
Let's take a look here. We got the kickoff coming down, and we got San Marcos returning the ball. Here he comes around the end, and right here towards the end, you see number 25, Pablo Velasquez, just ringing his bell.
So the Royals on first down from the 30 go to the air, and it's a pass caught over the 40-yard line. James Crook clapping his hands. Justin Duran making the catch, and Adon is shaken up right at the 40-yard line. Good enough for a 12-yard pickup. Crook's first completion of the night. And Justin Duran making his first catch of the 50th big game. Jeff Hesselmeyer, his Royals 2-7 overall, 1-3 in league. Jaime Melgoza Much like Carpinteria head coach Ben Halleck last week, searching for his first victory, and a win over the Royals would sure make the Dons season tonight, wouldn't it?
Oh, it sure would. And, we saw it last week. Carpinteria coming in with no wins, and they're able to escape with a victory, and Santa Barbara hoping to do the same thing tonight in the big game.
Everybody's looking for an angle on what will make their team be successful. One of the Dons historians was saying, look, Santa Barbara's never lost a big game ending in 9. They've won in 69, 79, 89, 99. Some other people are saying, well, all of the games we've done this year, it's been the road team that has prevailed. But San Marcos is saying, look, better statistics, better record.
Yeah.
It's our night on our turf.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. Right now it's a 1-point lead for the Royals, as Kyle Miller, who will certainly have something to say about the outcome of tonight's game, takes it to midfield, and another big gain for the Royals' talented tailback.
Royals tailbacks just chewing up yardage with every carry. They had another 8-yard gain. Rushing attack working tremendously for San Marcos tonight.
I've got them at 130 yards thus far, Jeff, about midway through this second quarter, and they'll try to get a couple more here. Cody Clark on second and short will have another Royals first down as he picks up 5 down to the Dons' 45-yard line.
And let's take a look. You see Clark getting the handoff, coming around the left side. 5-yard gain, first down San Marcos. Another nice run.
And the tidal wave continues. San Marcos just quickly to the line of scrimmage after each play. Certainly not letting the Dons change personnel at all, but it has to be wearing them out just a bit. Kiefer on that time down to the 43-yard line. Checks out of the lineup. Gibson will split out along with Anthony Patolo, the Royals' second leading receiver, to the far side. Second will call it 8. Miller carrying the ball like a loaf of bread home from the store with 2 hands wrapped around it. Takes it down to the 39-yard line. He'll be short of the first down by about 4 yards.
Nice tackle there by Beto Lopez, hanging on to his shoes, making sure he doesn't get any farther than he already did, and able to stop him short of the first down.
And quickly to the line of scrimmage, it'll be the battering ram, Manny Hernandez, on 3rd and 4, and Hernandez will have a first down as he goes right behind that Royal offensive line and picks up 7 yards on his second carry of the night. You talked about the Royals' offensive line, Jeff. Louis Giroux, the center. Daniel Leon, the left guard. Jeff Ramirez, the left tackle. Taylor Gonzalez, the right guard. Vashawn Harvey, the right tackle. And they are controlling the show right now. San Marcos has been able to do what they want pretty much offensively, including forcing the Dons to use their final timeout. So Santa Barbara taking one here is done with timeouts for the half. Royals will still have 2 at their disposal with 3:09 to play before intermission. And just a reminder that Cox 8 wants to hear from you. Do you like seeing the high school football on Cox 8? Of course you do. Please let us know. Send your comments to cox8@cox.com. Let us also know what other high school and college sports you'd like to see on Cox 8. It's cox8@cox.com. Drop us a line. Nice shot there of the Royals. Sidelines. Right now leading 7-6 and looking for more in this 50th big game. Some of the Dons fans
getting down.
Now their team has won this big game 2 years running, and they're looking for their first 3-game winning streak in this big game series. Have to go all the way back to 1980 to 1982, the last time the Dons won 3 consecutive big games. 3:09 to play, and Crook, you see him backtrack off his center and point over the nose guard. How come the nose guard always gets picked on, Jeff? Always.
Yeah. That time the nose guard actually made contact, so it was a no-brainer call for the refs, but Crook doing an excellent job with his counts tonight, getting Santa Barbara to jump quite a few times. A couple times they got flagged for it, a couple times they're able to get back, but pretty tough counts tonight for him.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's had a hard cadence and a erratic cadence, which can drive a defensive player crazy. And Crook here this time will hand to Cody Clark, who somersaults near the 20-yard line, picks up another San Marcos first down. Let's take a look.
Here you see Crook hand off to Clark, bringing it around the right side. Lowers his shoulder, but gets his legs taken out. And as you said, nice little somersault. I'd give that a 9-2.
Picks up 7. First down from the 21 now as Crook again hands off. This will be a gain of about a yard at best for Kyle Miller. So Miller, 10 first half carries. I've got Clark unofficially with 13. Royals trying to pound one in here. Already leading 7-6. They'd like to extend that lead into the locker room. Clark on second down and 9. Gets very close to the 15. They'll back it up to the 16-yard line as Cody rips off 4 more yards. Well, he's getting close to 100 yards at the first half, similar to what Miller did to the Chargers a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Big play here. 2 minutes to go. Second quarter, 3rd and 5. Miller will get the call, and he tries to go between right guard and tackle. And I'm not so sure he got it. I think he's going to be a little short. We'll be very close, and we may get another measurement. Let's see if they bring the chains from the far side of the field. I think they will, as they needed to get right to the 11-yard line, and that's where the ball is settling, just inside the near hash mark here at Valley Stadium. Clock is stopped with 1:41 to play before the half. And another big spot here and measurement. And I think they've got it. They do. First down, Royals.
It's almost a good half yard past the marker.
So Miller picks up the 5 yards that he needed. As you get a nice shot there at James Crook. 4 touchdown passes thus far, but he's been primarily handing off so far in this big game. He'll do so again to Kyle Miller, and Miller from the 11 will find his way down to the 5-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards. Royals can get another first down right at the 1.
Here we see the handoff. You see Miller coming around the right side. Again, excellent blocking up front by San Marcos offensive line. Miller wasn't even touched till he was 4 yards downfield.
Offensive line doing a great job, but the Dons trying to hold firm here as Clark on 2nd and 4 from the 5 will pick up maybe a yard or 2. They'll spot it down just inside the 4, so we'll say a gain of a yard for Clark. And we'll bring up a critical 3rd and short here. 3rd and about 3. Time a factor, certainly. We're down to 40 seconds now before halftime. It's going to be Crook carrying it himself. Ball came out, but he had crossed the plane, and the official says touchdown, San Marcos.
Let's
Take a look at the replay, Jeff.
Here you see Crook just running right behind his center, able to roll off the right side and outstretch his hand. And all the ball has to do is cross the plane, and it did. Touchdown, San Marcos.
Royals fans on the near side excited. So is Crook. That is his first rushing touchdown of the year as he points his finger to the sky. The extra point by Eric Gutierrez is up, and it is good. 28 seconds to play before halftime here at Valley Stadium. And the host Royals have their fans up and roaring tonight as they extend their lead over their crosstown rivals to 14-6. And Jeff Hesselmeyer with a wry smile on the sideline. So the Royals get 2 touchdowns and convert their point afters, leading it by 8. Kickoff will be taken at the 5-yard line by Foster. Look out, he's dangerous. 35-40 to the outside, and Kenny will tiptoe out of bounds, smooth as ice. inside San Marcos territory, and now a late marker comes out from the back judge at the end of the run. Some pushing and shoving has resulted in a penalty flag, and this could be huge, albeit just 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Most likely it's going to be a personal foul of some sort, and it is against San Marcos. So we'll see what the Dons can do here. They'll have outstanding field position, but do not have any timeouts remaining. And we're down to 15 seconds.
Yeah, their last drive, they were able to air out the ball a little bit, so they have 15 seconds, not much time to work with, but let RJ take it to the air and see what he can do.
One pass to the sidelines perhaps, and then you can take a shot or two at the end zone or kick a field goal. We'll see what happens here. 15 yards, though, marked off to the Royals' 34. Costly mistake. See if the Dons can take advantage. Roseboro from the shotgun. Now two Royals chasing, steps up, fires, and just unloads it out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. That play, Jeff, took 10 seconds, so we're down to 5 now on the scoreboard clock. Good pressure again by San Marcos. That's probably the unwritten story of this game. The offensive and defensive lines of San Marcos, they have really dominated the scrimmage.
They really have defensive pressure up front by San Marcos, and then that one, the defensive backs really able to cover the receivers. RJ didn't have anybody open downfield, had to just throw it out of bounds.
So now Roseboro with just 5 seconds, barring a defensive penalty, would be the last play of the half. Victor Mendez and John Kim back in the Royals secondary around their 15-yard line. Not sure what the stoppage is here. The Dons coaches are talking to their players. They don't have a timeout. I'm surprised the officials are letting that occur. Dons coaches were out on the field.
Yeah, I saw that. Didn't know what was going on there.
And they don't have a timeout. I don't know if there was an injury or equipment issue, but we'll see what happens here. Dons sending out two to the near side. Roseboro's going to dump it off to Foster at the 30, and Kenny is dropped promptly at the 29-yard line. That little 5-yard pass will bring the first half to a close here at Valley Stadium. San Marcos looking for their third win of the year and second league win